Kata, Kururunfa. I'll do the mechanics so that you can stop, start, break down where you wish, and it's just for you to practice. Kururunfa. Okay, first move of Kururunfa is, again, Kururunfa's Goju. It's part of Goju. I have made some changes for Tadashi. So some of it is repeated, but you can stop, start, etc., etc. So Kururunfa, first move. It's a side step to the right. Then when we do this, lead with the toes. So point, don't just step with your foot in line, don't just step with your foot pointing that direction. What I want you to do is step with the toes pointing the direction you're going, and then fire the heel. When I say fire, I mean slowly. Slowly move the heel into cat stance. So neko ashtench. Hips and shoulders square to the direction you are going. The hands on the move, you're blocking on the move. So it should never just be one, it should never be move and then block. What happens with the hands is, as you start to move, people tend to let this right arm pop out. Don't let the arm pop out, just lift the arm as you move and push it across the face and back. The left arm comes up, down with a twist at the end, kind of like a shuto uke. So from this position, 1, 2 as you set into the stance. So the hands and the stance are going to set together. Okay, we're going to prepare. From this position, konsetzugeri to the corner. So we're going to kick off to the corner, not to the side. So it's not to the side, it's to the 45 where you are, where you just defended. So we're here, up, konsetzugeri. Then all you need to do is step your left foot across, left arm parries, right arm up, right arm down as you set into the stance. If you want to gauge as to where these hands should be, if you were to go see on chin at the end and just set the hand on the soaplex, that's roughly where the hand should be, up and down. And from here, konsetzugeri again to the corner. If you have to put a bit of a foot twist in there, there's nothing wrong with that. From up, konsetzugeri, step. Notice that my back foot now is heel outwards. Heel inwards. I'm going to use this to set my stance. So after we've landed, right foot san chin dach, right foot san chin, left hand just drops, right hand curls around, stance sets. So all this is happening together. From this position, fold the right arm in, teisho, as we turn 90 degrees now from sanchin into haiko sanchin. Teisho with the right hand, left hand to the soaplex. Left hand's going to drop, right hand's going to hook around. Now as I move through, this next bit's a little bit tricky. People sometimes don't understand it, so I'll go through this slowly for you. The left hand, by the way, is 45 degrees, so we're striking shuto down to the floor, not palm heel or fingers. Shuto is prominent. In this position, as we step through, fold the fingers to the outside. Let the fingers go to the outside. What that will do is that will bring the elbow in. I don't know if you can see. From this position, as you bring the fingers to the outside, that brings the elbow in. That's basically where you want to be. So as you move through this block, try and just pivot through the elbow, not with the shoulders. So from this position, as you come through, fingers, through. Right hand comes down the inside, left hand comes up on the outside. Just as you would if you were doing Chugayuke. Then from here, we're going to turn, strike teisho, So fingertips as much pointing to the right hand side now as you possibly can. So the tertio is more to the front as much as you possibly can. Just show you from the side. So from here, that's where you want to be striking, not here. Struck, come back. One more time, through. Strike, strike. Now, those bits are done quick, you can view the timing for that. The next part, from this position, we're going to lead with the fingers. So it's kind of a circular motion. It's like a khaki UK, but not. But yeah, it is. So from here, right hand parries as we step sideways. I've got to point out at this point that the first two moves, side, side. The third move, is a backward motion. So when we're moving into cat stance for these next two, we're going to go backwards, and then the fourth one is going to be sidewards. So just remember, side, side, back, side. So from here, as we step back, parry. Notice that this hand comes around and lead and around with the fingers. Try and expose the palm, expose the tertio. Try not to have it flat. Expose this as a hook. So we're going to hook here, a bit like you would in kata MP. Right and back to saw planks. From this position, step. So the right hand and left foot work together. But both hands and foot work together. One. You'll be able to see it from the side when I do this. One. Shuffle in with the right foot. Punch. Now what I've done with this is I've shortened the strike. So it would, what I know is it comes out here, but I've shortened the strike. Just like I've changed the first steps from what I know. First steps used to be heel wide open. I've just closed off the cat stance. And I've also changed the hands from here, bump. Instead of it being one drop and switch, I've just made it easier to go around. So from here we come in, strike. Aim for the chin, grabbing, striking. We're then going to front kick, and then landing our shikodachi with a right arm MP. So from here, kick, land. The MP doesn't need to be too high, so when you're striking with an MP strike, just think elbow shoulder height. It doesn't have to be too high. Some styles just come to here because of the strike to the chest, but for kata, aesthetically, just have it shoulder height. Now the one thing that makes this move a little bit more complicated is the execution of this left foot. I'll show you this way so you can see. As you come through, one, we're not going to land, so try and focus on the left foot. We're not going to land in sumo stance and then bring the hip in this way. What's going to happen is before we land, the hip is going to be executed. I'll try and do that slowly. So from here, 1, 2. So you kind of twisting this heel as you land. You'll see that in other katas as well. So it happens in other katas as well. It's just a little bit more advanced than step, step, twist. I don't particularly like that way. Just makes it a bit more advanced. So we've gone from here, we've executed 1, 2, 3. First key eye point. From this position, just step back, closed cat stance, not an open cat stance, closed cat stance, just in kind of a guard position. For aesthetic reasons, we'll just go kind of a shuto. But there's no, from this position, just here will do. Make it flowy. And then as we turn, we're going to go sideways now. So we've gone side for the first one, side for the second one, back for the third. We're now going to go sideways for the fourth. So we're here, sideways, right arm, over. Make it an arc. I'll show you this way so you can see. From here, notice how my palm's downwards. Make it an arc. not too far from Uke, palm downwards, hook out at the end, similar sort of thing. Execute the same thing again. 1. So as I was saying with this, what happens is, you've gone here, foot and hand, comes back to the hip on the foot, and then shuffle and strike. So you've got your hands and your feet work together. From here, 1 foot, 2 hands, 1 foot, 2 hands. Kick, execute that heel on the land, and it's key eye point number 2. And back. And once you get to here, the next position is fairly simple. You don't have to do too much. Just turn into cat stance. Turn into cat stance, and as you do so, perform half mawashi. So from here, down and around. From the sideways on point of view, it would be, notice how the right hand is still far from the body, but the left hand isn't. Together, push. Don't forget, when you push from Washi Uke, I do see some styles that go nice and straight here, and I also see them where they are in the middle. But this, just think shoulder height, so this has got to be level with the shoulder, and this one here is just short punch, palm exposed. Okay, next move. Again, your body's already in position for the next move. All you got to do is move 1 foot, leave the left foot still. Try not to do too much with that foot at all. From this position, left arm under, right arm parries, right leg into stand chin, left arm, kaki uke. Not here, here now. This is one other thing that I've changed from what I know. We're going to grab, I'll break this down for you again. Step, strike. From this position, step through. Remember there's that parry there. So from here, when you're stepping through from this position, don't parry too big. Just up, parry, and then grab. 1, 2, here, 3. Now those moves, I would prefer you to set the stance first and the elbow strike second. So as you get to, I'll do it this way so you can see. As you get to here, 1, step and feed the right arm through. And notice how the right arm is bent at this point, and we're here. And then from this position, strike to the back, pull to the front. From here, with a little bit of hip tremor there as well. Gamaku. Where are we? What I don't want to see you do on that part is 1, 2, be striking before you set the stance. Remember, anything you do in karate is feet first. Have good foundation first, then you can execute the rest. But you've got to have good foundation first. So we've now come to here. Here I think it is, yep. Okay, so we've got right leg forwards, right arm across the chest, left arm back on the hip. Stepping our left leg, into shikodachi. Left arm is on top of right. So we end up here, sumo stance. Okay, from this position, hands start to unroll as you rise. You've got less movement here, as in not as much distance to go as you have with these. So these will continue as you've stopped. So from this position, we've finished the stance, but the hands are still moving. Roll the wrists first, bend at the elbows second, just to this position. Then use the shoulders. Then I'll do around the back in a second, then we're gonna come up, push forwards, and then come down the side of the face. Back of the hands together. Strike down, strike back, forwards. Right arm on top, left arm forwards. In Jujuyuke, in Zenkutsudachi, right leg forward Zenkutsudachi. The reverse angle from that would be from here, coming up, bend at the elbows, bend at the shoulders, roll around the back, push forwards, drop to the side, down, push back, move forward with the hands. So as the hands are in this position, just throw the whole body forwards and grab or block. Change the timing slightly for this next one. Move on the 2. Sounds a bit like Dirty Dancing, doesn't it? Move on number 2. So from here, rather than it being 1 twist, then 2, move on the second twist. So from here, it's going to be 1, 2, drop. Third key eye point. That move again. I'll do the hands close to the camera so you can see. 1, 2, slight pause, drop. Hands go from here. 1, 2, down. That one again. 1, 2, down. Not too sure about the mirror image, but I've got my right hand on top of my left. I'm then going to switch them around so the left hand comes towards me, but the right hand pushes away. Right hand pushes away, left hand towards. Then I'm just going to bring them back. Some styles have it coming all the way around. Nothing wrong with that. Bom, 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 down. So it would then be 1, 2. But I just prefer 1, 2, down. Same principle applies. When you drop, think short punch, hands crossed. Right on top of left. So now in this position, looking straight forwards, not looking down, looking straight forwards. From here to the right, circle the hand, circle the right hand, left hand back to the hip. Leave some hip for later on, and then fire the hip into Zen cuts at edge. I'll show you from the front ways on, so don't panic. Circle the left hand around, right hand back to the hip, leave some hip for later on, strike. So all that is there is from this position, we're stepping out with the right, circle the right hand. Don't treat it as a huge arc, just a small arc. Notice how the hand, when I strike now, I'm going to pull with the right, push with the left. And I want to finish just below the elbow. Above the elbow, elbow, just below. That's where I want to finish. Fingertips point in the same direction. Not here, here. And then we do the same again as we step out. 1, notice that I've collapsed the back leg, curling around with this left hand. Right hand's back on the hip, but I can also use this as well. So as I fire in, strike. Okay? So as we are now in this position, step the right leg in and back. Left hand is horizontal, right hand is vertical. I'll do it here so you can see clear. We've stepped our right leg in and back. We're going to drag into cat stance with the left leg. Right arm comes down the inside, left arm is palm forwards. This way. For your mawashi. And then finish. So your mawashi, come around 1, 2, up to the front, parry with the right, wave with the left, around, and push. Okay, hope you got something from that. You know the drill. Subscribe. Subscriptions are free to Dashi, by the way, to the YouTube channel. You don't have to pay. And make sure you give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, write a comment. That's sign language for write a comment. You know, good or bad, not bother which, but I hope you get something from it. Hope you can use it to learn the kata. And just remember that there's no substitute for actually being at class. So you can use these videos to learn the pattern, but you know, get to class. All right, see you all soon. Bye-bye.